Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today is a very hot day in Tennessee. It's been hot and heat advisories all week. And today we're doing some more work on the solar kiln build. Last time we built these big 8-foot doors and they are really heavy, but they work. So last time, one of the issues we were having is they were sagging just a little bit in the middle, causing them to scrape a little bit. So today we're gonna start off by fixing that sag and also adding a little bit of insulation inside. So let's get started with that, and then we'll come back and do some more siding.
We need to turn this over and see how well it did with the marks. Yeah, they're there.
Let's see the satisfying chisel.
Well, we'll see. Well, we gotta see if it fits. There you go. It's gonna be just fine.
We've been working on reinforcing these doors, making them stronger and not sagging anymore. Yesterday when we went to open this, it had sagged a little bit, and you can see that we inset this board here.
Yeah, I think what happened is we had this thing squared, and that board was on the outside, like this door over here. And when we cut all this and inset it in, there's some places that were tight fitting, and this board has a little bit of crook in it. So I think when we screwed it all back in, we racked the door, which is the opposite of what we want to do. So what I'd like to do is take out all these screws, lift this thing up, lift this door up so that we have a good clearance all the way down, and then fit this back in and just trim any place that's touching, because we're not trying to make furniture or some nice joint for a boat deck. We're just trying to put this in here. It's gonna get covered up. And I think it can't touch on the edges. We'll just try that. And if we can't make this board work because of it not being straight, we could always just buy 2 more 10-foot 2x6s at a big box store, so that we at least have some wood that's lighter weight than this, and then also it's a little bit more straight. So anyway, we'll try on this one, keep experimenting, and then figure out how to do it right the first time on that one.
Well, working on this kiln right now is no joke. There's been heat advisories the past couple days, and also you can see inside right here, even with the doors open and the fan pouring in, the thermometer is reading 110 degrees.
It's been 140 before we open the doors, and it's probably more than that because it just pegs out at 140. So we got to get a thermometer that goes higher than 140 to see what it really is. Better, isn't it? It fell. The problem is these hinges are so loose.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to fix
So much play
this.
in them.
There's so much play. And I think they're just bending more and more. I mean, I think that's part of the problem.
On that side, we kind of cheated them a little down a little bit, but this side we didn't do that.
Well, I can do this one right now. I mean, even if it's a little better, we can shut it.
It's moving.
Go ahead.
It didn't move too much. I mean,
Okay.
it definitely moved a little bit at the beginning, but
All right.
it wasn't like something crazy.
All right, take these two out. Let's see how far it drops.
I think we just have one here.
Oh. All right.
Not too bad.
Yep. Should I try pulling this tight again?
Maybe just go to where there's some tension, but don't over torque it.
Let's see what happens. All right, felt good.
Oh.
Yeah, better.
Oh yeah, a lot better.
All right, so what we'll do is while we have that, let's just go ahead and put this back in, this screw back in to hold it shut like this. We'll replace this with a cable real quick. Let's put a cable up and we'll tighten that up and we'll just call that done.
Don't you wish we had siding and stuff that we could go ahead and put on there? So I feel like if we added plywood on top of it right now, that would really add some strength.
I mean, we can go put a piece of plywood on it. Well, we didn't have a round crimper, but it turned out that we have hexagonal crimper from using for
Our EG4.
EG4, so it turned out this is working just perfect.
We had a ratchet strap going through here, and we were actually thinking about leaving the ratchet strap in there, but we got this steel wire rope to install in there permanently. We were able to lift the door and undo the top two hinges, pull it up a little bit further, and the hinges had a little bit of wobble in them when nothing was on there, so we lowered them a little bit, unscrewed them, tightened it up, and the door seems to be not hitting anywhere on the bottom now.
And I think we're gonna have to rebuild the hinges before it's over with. I just don't think these are strong enough.
Yeah, we'll probably replace the hinges with something a little beefier. I think we're still kind of expecting this to sag in the long run, but for right now, it's better than what it was. I have a big piece, a big tail hanging out, so I can pull it really tight. Oh, don't.
All right. Now, hopefully we got no slack in here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's like tighten until it's a G-string.
All right, let's see what we got.
Yeah, it wants to open. I thought it was bending out at first, but yeah, it's just, can't stop it from opening.
Measure that distance. That's 21.
21?
Well, 22, 21 and a half.
21 and a half.
All right, do this one 21 and a half.
You hold it over there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have this first door fixed. We have a diagonal piece of wood that's now inserted into the door, and then also our steel cable going the other direction. And we just put down our first row of rock wool insulation. Thank you again to rock wool for providing that. We love using rock wool every time. And now we're going to put on some plywood and just seal it all in. We put some small pieces of wood down here as a lip to hold it in place. So let's put on that plywood. So we have this last part up here where the Tyvek is, and we want to go ahead and put some our our last bit of siding up there. And we're gonna start like we did on the other pieces and put down our laths first. So right now we're cutting some of these strips down. These are the same ones from leftover from when we were doing our roof last year. And we have something special planned for this too, so stick around to the end of the video and you'll see a little bit of a surprise we got for the siding. All right, 290s.
They have a little curve in them, but I think we can straighten them out after we nail them.
Yeah. Yeah, these things have been through a lot. These are the ones we milled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we milled these way back originally. We milled them all for the roof. And then we ended up having some problems with them.
We planed them all too.
Yeah, we planed them, we milled them, we planed them, and it was a lot of work. But yeah, we ended up having some issues with them for the roof. And so they've just been sitting in piles ever since. And now we've been reusing these for all kinds of things. We did our laths for the kiln with these too, right?
Mm-hmm. And then the roof inside.
And yeah, and the roof. Oh yeah, that was what we did with most of them. It was our roof up there. And yeah, beautiful look, but these ones getting used for their purpose. Super stable. Thing 1 and thing 2 on their step ladder again.
Can you look over there and make sure it's flush with the edge of that board before you nail it? All right, now we got it started. All right, now I'm gonna get out of the way. All right, that's good for now. Now let's get over to this side and do this side.
Okay.
All right.
Flush it is. 90. Speed score is burning hot. That's some beautiful lumber right there.
No, I wasn't trying.
All right, so we just pulled over some of our poplar pieces that we cut on the mill. And we're just gonna do these tiny pieces up top on those laths that we just put on. Doing a little test fit here.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Perfect.
A little overhang, but it'll shrink some. All right.
Now we just gotta make 20 of those.
20 of them. Where's the green meanies?
Green beans?
Yeah, these.
What's that? Some Minecraft? Yeah, I did this, when we milled these boards, we painted a Minecraft creeper on the end. And I added all these Minecraft sound effects, and ever since, Dad has just been making villager noises every time we pick these boards up.
I don't even know what it means. I just make it.
Seem like it?
Yep.
And now for the grand finale. All right, we have one more last piece to put up. right, check that out. We are nearly complete with the siding for the back now. And you know we had to put the official Solar Kiln pendant on there just to top it off. We did that on our X-Tool P2 laser engraver. We always love using that thing. Yeah, it turned out great. Used a scrap piece of poplar and turned it into a finishing piece for the kiln. So we just have a little bit more siding left to do. We have the cladding for our door and then also the battens for the back and some trim pieces. It just so happens that in the next video, we're gonna be milling some poplar. So we'll be sure to mill some poplar for this as well. But we're getting ready to begin milling all of the poplar for the house. So that is gonna be very exciting. But that's about all we're gonna get to for today's video. I want to give a big thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed. Also, thank you to everyone that backs us over on Patreon. We really appreciate your support, and we'll see you guys next time.